there at the White House. Kimberly, thank you. Let's bring in Claire Finkelstein. She's the director of the Center for Ethics and the Rule of Law at the University of Pennsylvania Law School and joins us live from Philadelphia. Claire, good to have you back on the program. President Trump tweeted, "There's no change to the Mueller report. It's the end of the story and the case is closed." But that's not strictly true, as we heard there from Jerry Nadler.
Well, when one of the suspects himself in the report says that the case is closed, it's certainly not entitled to much weight. And I think that Robert Mueller's statements today were really intended to throw this back to Congress and to say, number one, I did not exonerate the president. I was unable to hold him criminally liable or to indict him because of Justice Department policy, but that does not mean that he cannot be investigated. And moreover, that there is a method that is provided by the Constitution, and that is for Congress to investigate and for Congress to take action. So there is a suggestion that when the report did not exonerate the president, notably either with regard to collusion or with regard to obstruction of justice, and that the report, as he kept saying, speaks for itself, that Congress ought to be taking up the facts in the report and delving deeply into them and addressing them as constitutionally permitted and required.
Claire, and what did you make of the point that Robert Mueller made, that the Department of Justice had these guidelines that says a sitting president can't be charged with a crime and it would be unconstitutional? But legal experts are already saying they can't recall it being unconstitutional. What's your take on it?
It's very important to understand the Office of Legal Counsel that issued this memo is intended to be an advisory office. It does not make law. So they advise the rest of the Justice Department and they advise the president about the law. But we have many instances in which that office has issued memos that were later recalled. The Justice Department is bound by the Office of Legal Counsel's memos, but no one else is bound by those memos. Now, in my opinion, it is not a legally correct conclusion that a sitting president cannot be indicted, because we have lots of instances in which a sitting president has been within the reach of law, such as the fact that we know a sitting president can be forced to testify, and we know that from Bill Clinton's case. But nevertheless, Robert Mueller decided that he was bound by that precedent, as very understandably he felt he was. It really puts the lie, though, to the Attorney General's statement that immediately following the release of the report, that Robert Mueller did not indict or recommend the indictment of the president on substantive grounds. In fact, Robert Mueller made very clear it was not substantive grounds at all.
Claire Finkelstein, thank you very much indeed for talking to Al Jazeera.